Okay, welcome everybody to the Good Vibe Tribe team call. So we are slowly transitioning everything over to the Good Vibe Tribe. And so our team page has switched over, our Glimpse into Coaching has switched over. The Dynasty VIP group is the only place that I haven't made the announcement yet. I'm gonna do that tonight and then change the name over to that one as well. I have to go back and look at the name that you guys picked, but it was like the Vibe Tribe or something like that. I'll have to go back and look at the name you guys picked, but I'll check that out and I will switch that over. And then I think that's it for switching everything over except our coach training. I was on a call today with Heather and we were chatting about putting our coach training, like we have the website, but we're going to create the units in our team page as well. So that is right there and it's super easy and it's versatile and it's like a one-stop shop. Right there, like all the info is going to be there. So there's no need really to struggle trying to find it. So first up, let's do a little bit of recognition. So we've got last month's Success Club, like hello, Shauna, Success Club 22. Like I think you set yourself a new record there for your beat the best this month, maybe?
I have to beat 24.
Ooh, off by one challenge. You'll do it. I know
I'm at 20. I'm close.
Oh gosh, you will have it like no problem, like hands down. Shelby, Success Club 18, Madison, Success Club 10, Chantel, Success Club 10, Lori got on the board with Success Club 8. So huge shout out to you guys. We're rocking into this month. I know there's some Girl Gang tanks that are going out to last month, and then this month's Success Club prize, I've ordered and it's on the way. So I'm excited to send those out to you guys. So I should jump into announcements for Success Club as well. So I don't know if you guys know, but the Success Club prizes for Beachbody have changed. So we have a tier, there's sort of like this tier system for Success Club prizes. 1 month is a hat. So if you get it for 1 month, you get a hat. If you get it for 3 months in a row, you get a tank top. If you get it for 6 months in a row, you get a duffel bag. If you get it for 12 months, we're not sure yet. They haven't announced exactly what that's going to be. They just show a picture. There was kind of some speculation on whether it would be a summit ticket. Like if you get 12 months, if you would get a summit ticket for the following year. So I'm kind of excited if that's what it is.
I don't think it has to be in a row though. I think it's anytime throughout the year. I don't think you have to get them all in a row. But I think at Summit they said if you hit 6 months in the year, not in a row. Glenda's nodding. I think. Okay.
Great. That's great. So yeah, thanks for clarifying that, Riley. I wasn't sure on that one. So yeah, so if you hit it at any point for 3 months, 6 months, then you'll get those prizes. So so that's different. If you're looking for every month the email to come through, that's what's changed. Next up is our challenge group for August. I have it set as August 6th for the next prep week that'll start. Now, we did agree on running the full 8 weeks of Lift 4 with everybody before transitioning them and moving them around. Is everybody cool with that still? Raise your hand. It'll be a little bit busy starting a new group and having that one, but I'm pretty confident between all of us that we can handle that. But it'll be interesting to see everybody kind of go through the full 8 weeks with that group as well. And so the coaching sneak peek. So Heather and I were chatting today just how to wrap up the coaching sneak peek that we put on today. And we kind of came up with the idea of swag bags. So basically we open up registration and the first 10 people that register get a swag bag. And so if a coach registers to you, then you would be responsible in putting together a little swag bag that you would send them. And so we'll have to do some chatting in the team page about how that kind of looks like, but it would be something that, I have the Girl Gang tanks. I have a whole box of them downstairs. Different things like that new coaches, we can welcome them onto the team with, right? So that was an idea. So she was going to announce that tonight in the sneak peek for that. What else was I going to say about that? We are going to be running the coaching sneak peek every other week, I think is what we agreed on. So we'll announce, I think Heather in her post for the next coaching sneak peek, and we'll have another set of people sign up for those ones. So jump on signing up for that. It's going to be a webinar. I think we chatted about that one, but I think it's really important that we have new coaches on that call as well. So like Shelby, Madison, Lori, Ashley, anybody that can kind of sign up for that one. We would love to have feature a new coach on the webinar as well, just to give some input, and you're like fresh in the fear, basically, right? You can share your perspective going from signing up to just jumping in as a new coach, right? And what that's looked like for you and how you've pushed past that. I think it'll be really important to share that. So we'll gear up with sharing that one. Wow. Okay, does anybody have any questions or anything that they want to shout out or mention at all before we continue on?
Yeah.
Anybody?
What up?
Oh,
I was just gonna.
Lori.
I was just gonna.
Hi.
Oh,
Are you at work?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. You guys stop disturbing my employee, please.
Oh. Hey, she's learning and growing. At least it can help her in all areas of her life.
Oh, that's fair enough. All right, you guys enjoy. I'm making you blush.
That was fun. Okay, sorry, Heather, you go ahead.
am I muted? Sorry, I'm doing this from my phone. I've never done it from my phone before. I was just gonna say, I did a really great job with the sneak peek. I don't know if I missed at the very beginning, but like I loved watching the videos. It was super impactful, and I love seeing the new faces. I think that makes a big difference, and I think having the variety is really awesome. So everyone who did a video, you did awesome. Thank you.
I totally agree. And I really liked, hearing everybody's stories. And I found that having, the variety of everybody was just because people are going to relate to different people, right? They might take something from your story versus Shauna versus, Christina. So I think we really pulled together as a team and nailed that. So I'm excited to do that going forward. Okay, so tonight, summer's like hit and miss with team calls and prepping, and I don't want to overload you guys with anything extra really, because I find that it's busy, right? Everybody's busy with different things, and getting your core business activities is super important. So I don't want to overload you guys with extra stuff to do. Now there is the tracker in there. So I do want some input on how we're doing the tracking of the numbers versus just the daily posts where you would report your activities. Do you guys, like, raise your hand if you prefer the tracker or if you prefer just a daily post check-in where you commented? Any input on that at all?
I prefer the tracker.
The tracker, just to keep track of the numbers and stuff?
Yeah, because it gives me an idea when I look back at it. I can see, okay, well, I've done this much throughout the week. I really got to up my game instead of having to go back and look at each individual post. I can barely remember this morning. I'm not going to remember yesterday.
That's true. And I sucked, hopefully there's no kids on here. I sucked ass last week because I had no Wi-Fi, so my numbers were not on there. So I was like looking at it and I'm like, wow, Michelle, like really leading from the front here. Second week of the tracker, but yeah, so
I just haven't been quit, so
that's okay. We'll get
I just haven't. I don't know. I got to figure out something for sure, but yeah.
You are. All it is just a tracker for your numbers. Like you just put in like if you send out invites, like how many, you can check it out. I posted it tonight.
Oh, I know. I've checked it out, but my problem is I'm not tracking myself properly, so it's hard to do that too. You know what I mean?
Yep. Josh will get you to figure that out. So Heather joined Josh Coates' training tonight, or not tonight, but when she got back. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure who's here, but you're going to go to the door with me. I'll mute myself for 1 second. If someone wants to jump in.
I was just going to say something real quick, Michelle. So I'm just going to say, for those of you who didn't look at the sneak peek, I just talked about swag bags. I don't know if Michelle talked about that.
Yeah, she just mentioned it.
Okay, perfect. Done. That was the only thing I was thinking.
Okay, I completely screwed up. For some reason, I thought the sneak peek was all week. So everyone that signed up, I was like, yeah, we'll be going live all week. Whoops. It's fine. I'll just.
You can keep it going if you really want to.
Oh, my bad.
All right, thank you, ladies. The neighbor girls will bring over like any piece of mail that they find. Like,
Aw.
yeah, they like ring the doorbell all day long. Sorry about that. Okay, so Josh Coates' training. I want to give you guys like basically the inside scoop on it. I want to share everything. So Heather, any takeaways that you get from Josh Coates' training as well, bring it to the team because I watched him for the past year. I've researched him. I've attended his webinars. And then at Summit, I went to the Power of I Am and he spoke at the end. And I was like, I got to do this. And signing up with him has been incredible. It's like he reads the mind of a coach, but he reads like into everything. And he's got answers for everything and solutions for everything. And it's so simple and so point blank. So part of the mindset shift that he does, so you get the art of recruiting. And so I'm only halfway through it. But what I wanted to share with you guys tonight was a few takeaways that kind of have really helped me over the last 2 weeks since I really dug into it. But number one was I have spent so much time recently, like in the past 6 months, on my business trying to post to get engagement, to get the likes, to get the comments, to pull people out, that sort of stuff. And he really flipped my mind on that because he's like, if you're trying to skew your posts to be like that, you're not being your true authentic self because you're pre-planning it. You're putting too much thought into your posts. He said, when you're posting on social media, it just needs to be natural. It needs to be point blank and it needs to be you. It doesn't need to be a perfectly designed post. So his thing is you want to be arrogant as a mother effing, he likes to swear. You want to be arrogant as a mother effing rock star with your posts, right? You're running a business. You're looking for your people. You're looking for your tribe, and you have something amazing to offer. So he says, be arrogant, be bold, and post with authenticity about yourself. So for me, I love like the personal development, the motivational stuff. I like to nugget in like who I was and where I'm going and how I'm getting there. And I started to do that this week. I was like, that's it. I'm going back to being just me and not trying to skew these posts and trying to think of things or ways to get people to engage. And I got messages this week saying, oh my gosh, you're back. And I was like, wow, okay. So people really did notice the change. And so I had some messages in my inbox that were really, really nice and heartwarming around just saying like that they loved reading those morning posts. So whatever pulls your heart. I should say the second biggest thing was his routine. So the tracker that we have is not exactly the same as his, but I could make it. Actually, I could change it to be exactly like his. But he requires us to check in over the week. We have to complete 70% of the activities or we're kicked out of the group and we lose our investment. And I don't want that to happen. And so one of the things that he says is really, really important in your business, but also in your life is to wake up in the morning and literally take a book like this. Like I just have this book, actually Danielle had give this to me, and open it up and make it like you want the date on one side so that you have this is your day, okay? And so he says, wake up and the first thing that you need to do is like, I roll out of bed and slam my Energize, but write down what your goals are. What are your goals? Not for that day. It's like, what are your big, hairy, audacious goals? And so literally, guys, I'm writing down, I want to make 10 grand a month. I want to be able to pay off my mortgage. I want to be able to retire Chris. I want to be a 10-star diamond coach. Those are big, hairy, scary goals to me. And like, do I feel like I'm ever going to achieve them? I don't know. I shouldn't say I don't know. I should say yes. Yes, I'm going to achieve them. But every single day for the past 2 weeks, I write those down. I am a 10-star diamond coach. I am making 10 grand a month. I am paying off our mortgage. Chris is retired. And that's what I start. And like literally it helps. It's almost like you switch your mindset around that. The next thing he gets you to do is to write down your affirmations. And so I've started with I am empowered and I am empowering. Like those words like to me are so incredible. And when I write that every single morning, it's like it lights a bit of a fire under my ass. And I'm like, damn, I am good. I am empowered, right? And I have the ability to empower others. So starting off with that routine and just writing your goals and your affirmations, and then it gets you to do a plan your day, like brain dump. So I was doing it time-wise, but I suck at doing it time-wise. I can't stick to it. So what I do is I do a breakdown of AM and PM. What do I want to accomplish in the AM? What do I want to accomplish in the PM? And I'm accomplishing it all. Like it's just seeing that checked off and so simple and not specific times. Because for me, when I was writing it out specific times, I felt like a little bit I was failing because I was all over the place. I was like, oh my gosh, like invites here. Nope, didn't get it done. Better switch to here. And like, whereas if you just do AM, PM, then I found that super helpful. So that routine, and then I read my PD. And I got to say, guys, podcasts for me, now this is for me, maybe it's different for you. I just want to say, however you absorb PD, do that. I was listening to podcasts and I don't absorb through podcasts. I listen, I get excited, but I don't actually put it into play when I listen to it. I don't absorb it. So when I actually sit down and read, I absorb so much more. So the past 2 weeks, I've gotten up, I've read a chapter every single morning, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing. So however you absorb, do that and start to do it, because you can pull then from your posts and incorporate that PD and the takeaways and a little quote at the top or whichever, but really, really start to help motivate other people in their lives. So always remember that you might be the only positive thing that somebody experiences today. So sometimes we hold back from posting positive things on our social media feed or being that ray of light because we're like, oh, I don't want people to think A, B, and C, when you might be the only positive thing that somebody sees in their newsfeed today. So always remember that is because we're following a ton of Beachbody coaches or we have each other on our social media doesn't mean that other people do, right? So just kind of keep that in mind and don't hold back on doing that and being that and posting that. So what's the next thing on the list? Having the mindset. So this is all part of his mindset shift one. So having the mindset that I don't need them, they need me. So the people that you're talking to, the people that you're connecting with, you're looking for the people that need you. You don't need them. You know where you're going. You have your tribe and you're building it, but you want to bring other people that need you onto that, right? People are drawn to confidence and people are drawn to energy. So one thing that I had been holding back on was sharing that was I was trying to be the relatable, like mom life, hot mess, almost focusing on the negatives of mom life, right? And when I was doing that and posting about that, it was almost bringing me down, and I was having a hard time then coming up with posts for later on that night because it was almost contradicting my social media a little bit. At least this was for me. And so people are drawn to confidence and energy. You want to attract them to you ideally, right? And so having that confidence and that energy in your posts will bring them to you because they want to feel that. They want that in their lives, right? They don't have that. And if you can be that for them, then that's amazing. And that's what they need. So don't let your limiting beliefs constantly, I'm going to mess this up. Our limiting beliefs are constantly looking for a story to justify our fears. So whatever your fears are, stop justifying them. Stop holding them back. Bless and release them. And whatever you set as your goals, you can achieve. There's not a single person out there that is not worthy enough. We tend to set that limitation in our mind and that fear. We kind of hold ourselves back a little bit with that. So that's kind of his mindset shift thing in a nutshell around that. So I really kind of want you to go forward with that. Like, it sounds crazy to be arrogant, but to kind of have that level of arrogance about your business and about you and about what you offer and about what we offer as a tribe. We're pretty kind of amazing, right, guys? So he does have there's like a whole bunch of things on like planning your day and all that sort of stuff. To be honest, I feel like that is pretty straightforward. His social media one is amazing. I'm only halfway through it. So I can share. Do you guys want to hear a couple takeaways from his social media one? What I have down for that one? Okay, so social media posts are only for planting seeds. The magic happens in the messaging. So there's girls in his training that are hitting Success Club 70 plus, and they will say that the 70 plus is happening behind the scenes in the messages. Like they're posting, but that's like the planting seeds and attracting people. So they have three, what do they call it? I can't remember the word. 3 gold mines of people is basically what they break it down to. So the people that are watching your stories are people you need to be connecting with and inviting. The people that are liking and commenting on your posts, but they say go back 2 days. So like if you sit down today to go back and connect with people on your posts, go back 2 days on Instagram, because then it's kind of lost its traction in the feed. So it's kind of maxed out for likes and stuff like that. So those are all the people that you kind of want to hit and connect with. And then your followers on your Instagram as well, and Facebook. So those were the 3 areas that they kind of focus on. People do business with people they know, like, and trust, which is, we all know that's super important for consistency, right? And staying consistent and showing up daily. Social media is a place for you to add value, which ties back into the being confident and energized in your posts and being arrogant, as he says. Using social media as a journal. So if you struggle with this, if you struggle using social media as a journal, he says try journaling at night. So before you go to bed, journal about your day, and there's your material for your next day, because then you can look at it and you can pull from it and construct a post about that, was one of his suggestions. And then always start with an end in mind. So like, are you going to be recruiting for coaching? Are you going to be recruiting for challenge groups? Is it a free group? So you always want to be able to tie that back into something. Now, like I said, I've only watched half that video, but it's pretty amazing. So I'll have some more stuff that I can share with you guys in the team page about that. But that was kind of a lot of information all at once. So do you guys have any questions? Anything that you guys want to add?
Thank you. That was really helpful.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Sometimes I wonder if like I repeat myself or, you know, so, but yeah, I really want to bring you guys all of this stuff from his training, because it's been super helpful just in actually solidifying the confidence of the business, like solidifying my role as a coach and the things to do each day. And he really, really simplifies it, really, really breaks it down to that. So he says Facebook personal pages are great for connecting with friends and family, but if you really want to tap into a market of people you don't know and that you can build new relationships with, he says, you know, Instagram is where it's at. So yeah, good stuff. Anything else that anybody wants to share or chat about? Not really. Good stuff.
This Jacked for July group is so awesome. Like, everyone is posting. It's amazing.
It's so good, because our last group wasn't like super hot, right?
No.
I've never had a month where every single person, like every person I signed up is posting, but I don't have anybody not posting.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
I check my phone about every hour during the day, and there's 9+ notifications every hour.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Awesome.
It's crazy. So I go in there and I try and comment. But if I see other coaches have commented, I'll skip over that one and try to move on to the next one. So feel free to kind of do the same thing. If we're all each kind of hitting some posts, then yeah.
Are we going live in that group?
I
couldn't remember.
Yeah, we totally.
I have a plan to go live on my day.
Okay.
Yeah.
My day was today, and I was like, oh, are we supposed to? I guess it doesn't matter, but.
I think any way that we can kind of add value and share stuff and tips and tricks and form and recipes and all that sort of jazz. Anything mindset too, to really help them over that hump, because they're all super eager right now I really, really want to help them over, like, we know that hump that comes, right? Where they start to post, like, kind of like, I'm really sucking at this right now, and you know, that sort of stuff. So we'll get some mindset videos in there as well. Help them make that shift. Oh, prizes. How do you guys want to do that? Like the one challenge group where we all went in and each day for a week we gave away a prize. Like that was like fabulous. I really like that. We did that the last week of the challenge. Do you guys want to do the same, or do you guys just want to like reward some here, there, everywhere?
Excuse me. Oh, I think like during maybe.
Or actually, where was it? It was Super Sunday. They talked about the one girl had like the tracker. So people entered their own points. It was a Google sheet, just like we use. They had to go in and add their name if they wanted to be eligible for prizes, and they needed to track their points. So we could do that.
That's a good idea.
As long as we keep like the points like simple, like
oh gosh, yeah, like
your workout, your meals, your shake, or whatever.
It's like the fourth, because some people are using performance instead of Shaco, so you have to be using one or the other.
Yeah.
In order to get a prize.
Didn't we say we were going to try to do pictures too as being part of that? Like, didn't we say before and afters, Michelle, that was going to be your eligibility too?
I think so too, because that puts a little bit of grit in the game. I haven't posted my befores. They're shit.
Yeah, like I did a challenge group like I think it was like in December, but it was the first time I ever did like I made them, like I didn't make them, but like it was a requirement for them to send me their before pictures, and it was like way better because then like throughout the whole time they were like checking in with me and like showing me their progress, and like they all showed me their after pictures because they were obviously better than their before ones.
Yeah, I like that. I think so, and it's helping me too, right? Because we're putting them out there, and it's like, oh, I have to do this, right? So yeah, I'll put before and afters on there too. They have to have that. So it gives them time still this week to still snap them, but then maybe we'll close it this Sunday because we can still add challengers throughout this week, I think, as well.
Perfect.
Good stuff. All right, ladies, I'm gonna snap a picture for like the first time ever. Okay, everybody smile. There we go. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for hopping on the call tonight. And you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Again, if you have any questions, you can reach out. We're all there to help in the team page.
Sounds good.
All right. Good night, ladies.